Oh, you're starting a new channel. What are you going to talk about? Spirituality? Who do you think you are? A guru? You look so funny in your videos. I bet you'll run out of topics in like a month. But I've always wanted to do this. I'm not a guru. I'm just sharing my own learnings and experiences. It's okay if I look funny. These are my videos. Why does it sound like I'm my own enemy and I'm trying to stop myself from doing what I want the most? This is so hard. Welcome to the Cosmic Podcast, where we celebrate the ups and downs of life, learn from it, become the main character, and live our best lives. Come along.
Hi. So today marks 1 month of posting consistently. It's been 30 days and I've posted 30 videos. My channel started back in 2019. It took me 5 years to be this consistent. What happened? Why? We have a lot to discuss. Let's begin. So, usually, when we start any new project, we have a little bit of nervousness and anxiety. We think, how will it go well? Am I capable enough? Am I good enough? Or can I even do it? Will this be successful? We have all of these thoughts. So, when you have a lot of these thoughts, so much so that it stops you from doing anything, it's known as an imposter syndrome. So, imposter syndrome is very essential to talk about because it stops us from doing what we are good at. It stops us from realizing our full potential. Now, there are a few symptoms or signs which are very telling of the imposter syndrome. So, let's dig in. The biggest sign of imposter syndrome is self doubt. You always doubt yourself. No matter how small or big the task is, you always doubt yourself. Even if it is just stepping out of the house, you keep thinking that, oh, I'm going to forget something, or I'll run into some trouble, or this is not something I can do. I better just stay back at home. What you can do in this situation is if you are dealing with a lot of self doubt, you can keep a small win journal. Now, what is a win journal? Is a book or a diary or anything, just a piece of paper, maybe, where you can write your daily wins. Every day, write down what you felt good about. Write down your small wins. Did you get out of the house? That's a win. Did you complete a small task? That's a win. Did you finish your work at the office? That's a win. Did you cook for yourself today? That's a win. Write down all your small wins. So, whenever you feel any shadow of self doubt, you feel you're not good enough or you're not capable, read the journal. Read all your small wins, and you'll know that you are capable and you have potential. Another important factor that contributes to having the imposter syndrome is perfectionism. Have you had that? I have had that. So, perfectionism is a condition where you have to make everything perfect. You need everything perfect around you. It's not essentially OCD, but perfectionism is very different. Perfectionism delays all your works, perfectionism delays your tasks. It stops you from completing anything that you set out to do because it's not perfect enough. What you can do here is you need to start embracing good enough. If not 100%, maybe 98, 95, or even 90% is good enough. You need to start accepting that good enough is not going to end the world. We need to understand that not everything is perfect, not everyone is perfect, and our world is not 100% perfect. So, being good enough is a small step towards battling the imposter syndrome. Another sign is fear of failure. Often we abandon so many of our projects even before it takes off because we're so scared of failing. So many people who are half as talented as us are being so successful, and yet we're scared of failing. If you have fear of failure, you can approach challenges as experiments. See what happens. Experiment. You want to start a new project? Experiment. See what the outcome is. Don't think of it as a life or death question or a life or death equation. Just approach it as an experiment. See how it goes. And you know what feeds imposter syndrome the most? Comparison. In the age of social media, where everyone is on social media and everyone is only posting about accomplishments and achievements, it is very easy to compare and feel jealous or feel good enough. Don't do that to yourself. Please know that everyone has a different path and nobody posts failures online. People don't post about downfalls, they only post about achievements and successes. You must learn to practice gratitude and embrace your journey as it is meant to be. Look, if you keep comparing and if you keep trying to imitate what others are trying to do, You are going to follow their path and not yours. And this is not going to serve your highest good. The next sign of having an imposter syndrome is that you attribute all your successes to an external factor. Say, for example, you pass an exam and you say, no, but it's because of my mother, she prayed for me, or it's because of my friend, because he lent me his notes, or it's because of my partner who supported me all along. All of this is true. But hey, you also worked hard. You wrote the exam and you put in efforts. Do not look down on yourself. What you can do is write down every time you make an effort. Did you read a page today? Write it down. Did you pass a test? Write it down. Did you memorize something? Write it down. Did you do some little research? Write that down. So, whenever you feel like all of your success is attributed to an external factor, read all your contributions. Speak to someone you trust, and you'll see that it is all because of you. Imposter syndrome makes us overwork and it leads to a burnout because we never feel we are good enough or the work that we have done is not enough to achieve our goals. Now, this is not true. Whatever work you do, if it's quality work, it will help you succeed. What you need to do here is you need to set realistic expectations. If you set a goal for yourself saying, I'm going to complete my thesis in 1 month, that's a very unrealistic expectation. Maybe some people can do it, maybe some cannot. I cannot. So if I set an expectation for a month to complete my thesis, that's going to be stupid. Whenever you have a goal, make sure you break it down into little chunks. If it's a 12-month goal, what is your goal for each month? If you have a goal for a month, what are you doing in the 4 weeks of the month? Are you completing your goals on time? This will help you stay on track, keep a tab of your progress, and achieve success in time. Another sign of imposter syndrome is that we isolate ourselves due to fear of exposure. We think that if we network and meet other people and speak about our knowledge or potential, people will expose us because we are not supposed to know anything, right? We are meant to be silly and stupid. That's not true. If you are in a network which looks down at you and belittles you need to find a different network. You need to find supportive people around you because you are the average of the 5 people that are around you. So be wise and pick your circle wisely. The most brutal symptom of imposter syndrome is harsh self criticism. We criticize ourselves more than we ever deserve. What we need to do here is be mindful, kind, and practice self compassion. You have a lot to offer to the world and to yourself, and you can see it only if you're kind enough. Remember how I told you that my channel was created 5 years back and I'm only posting consistently now? I was also dealing with the same issues. I was always feeling that I was not good enough. I was feeling like my videos are not good enough. Maybe it's cringe. What if people make fun of me? And all of that. I know it's hard. I've been there. So if you also are there, or if you are facing the same feelings of having an imposter syndrome or not feeling good enough, I genuinely hope this video helps you out. Until we meet next time. Bye.